gaining, engaging, and recruiting. I think you guys have this pink sheet. So I gave you basically some of the ways that the San Francisco Bicycle Coalition does that. And I'm sure you guys all have these in place also. And so actually I'd love to... Well, I think you guys have at least... this is what we have. And we learned from other organizations like you guys that we are also missing some pieces of the puzzle. So I'd love to just... I'll go through my list and kind of weigh things in front of you, but I'd love to hear back from you of some things that you guys do that work. Like today I heard from Dan that they gave out mass amounts of stickers at Velo Swap where there was tons of bike people, and people covered themselves in stickers because every 10 minutes they'd walk down the hallways and give somebody a free prize. And so that...
Only if you had a sticker on.
Only if you had a sticker on. So that created all these walking billboards throughout the entire event and adding that many touches.
That's a good one.
See? Write it down.
That was a good one.
So that's an example. But here's some of ours. So we have our website. Who doesn't have a website right now? I mean, lots of people have websites. So you can get it up. It can even just be a front page if you have to get a website up. Tube Chimes, that's our newsletter. You guys have them in the membership kits, but I also have, since cyclovia is such a hot topic right now, this is our special cyclovia issue, so if you want to check it out. We have the Biker Bulletin, which is our weekly newsletter. We have tons of SFBC events. This coming Saturday is SFBC Family Day. We have Love on Wheels around Valentine's Day. It's like the dating game, only for cyclists done live, totally riot. We do, of course, Bike to Work Day. We have a very fancy high-end event that we call Golden Wheel. Lots of events. It's a gala. We have a speaker. We fancy food and dress up. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Full bike valet, oh yeah. Yeah, this event, but it's a gala, it's a fundraiser, so it's high end. Local outreach events. That could be anything from, a community fair. Actually, I was like, how many outreach events do we have? I was counting before I left. We have, in the month of September, we have 19 outreach events. We have our Family Day, we have Sunday Streets, we have 2 races, we have a health fair, transportation fair, we have all these ballet events, concerts, festivals, conferences, movie nights. The American Institute of Architecture has home tours. We've done the bike tour, and we have a person on hand doing outreach in order to answer questions for that. We're doing the grand opening of the new California Academy of Sciences. We have street side outreach, where we just set up a booth on a street corner, and do outreach there. And we have neighborhood festivals where we put up a table. So when I say outreach at events, I mean anytime, any type of event, yeah.
So how many of those events is there a staff member at versus a volunteer?
Almost none.
Wow.
So I'll get into how we do our outreach when I talk more about the street side outreach, but we almost have none. We have a huge staff of trained volunteers, and we require training of our volunteers.
And if you then have volunteers at a table or something that's an outreach event, do they still take money for memberships, or do they just hand out membership brochures?
Nope, they take money. They sign people up on the spot. Yeah. We parked 1,500 bikes last weekend before at the Outside Lands Music Festival, and we gained 71 members right there.
Wow.
We did a bike bell giveaway on Market Street. We gained 29 members in 2 hours.
So when you parked the 1,500 bikes, was that paid for separately? Did people tip, or was it?
The concert paid our overhead for the event, and then it was totally free. It's a free service for the public, and then we accept tips. Going down bicycle valet, like I just said, we did valet, so that's a place to do outreach, and that's also a place to just even have a touch. If you can't have volunteers come to an event because you're just overburdened by too many other things going on, and you can't get a volunteer, just having your bike valet at an event is in itself a touch. So, I mean, that's a huge one. We don't always have outreach at our valet, but if we can, we do. Our valets are paid. They're bike valet managers, and so that's what the event pays the overhead of the bike valet by paying our one paid valet.
Have y'all thought about a corporate sponsor for the bike valet like Chicagoland?
Yeah, we do. We have Kryptonite as well. Yeah. So we have that also in addition. So it actually means that we have more money with less strings attached because Kryptonite's sponsoring it, plus we're also getting the money from the events. And then if there's events that can't afford the cost of the bike valet, then we can offer them a discount. So, like people who are, organizations that are in nonprofits who might not be able to afford bike valet, we can offer it to them at a discount. We do street side outreach, volunteer opportunities. We provide tons of volunteer opportunities. We get a lot of members actually through a program called Project 20. This is a program that's offered by the city to people who have parking tickets. And they can work off their parking tickets at a rate of $10 an hour, and often it's the first time they've ever heard of our organization. I don't know what happens at the Project 20 office if they're like, ha ha ha, let's send them to the Bike Coalition, but
Because they got a parking ticket.
but we do get a lot of people whose only interest is to volunteer, and they heard about us through like a volunteer match website or Project 20. Member get a member campaigns. Gift memberships are obvious. Bike education classes are kind of a no-brainer. Of course, they're going to love you after you taught them how to ride more safely in the streets. We do some recreational rides. I would say that this is really what sets us apart from Cascade. We have almost like 1 or 2 a month, whereas Cascade has like daily recreational rides. We do some cycling team outreach. And then this last section is broken into 2 sides. Some of these are things that just are games, and some of them are engages. But, as many times as you can get somebody either to have a touch with your organization is excellent. And then I'll just mention that the retention strategies that are in the final column, I'll get to them at the end, but they are also touches. So touches, increased touches. So other than like the sticker example from Bike Colorado, do you have a question? Or do you
I have a question.
All right, before we get to
Is the bartering the Project 20 thing? It says
bartering. Oh, so we trade our memberships for 10 hours of volunteer service.
Oh, that's cool.
And we keep track of it and everything. But we think that bartering is awesome, but we also want to really retain the member. And so, membership only costs $35, and in fact, if some events on the street will do it for $25. So, that would be 2.5 hours of time. But we really want to build a relationship with this new bartering member. And so we ask 10 hours so that they're truly engaged with our organization and more likely to stay a member. And plus, 10 hours of volunteer service is huge, right?
Yeah.
Think about what you can do with 10 hours.
Oh, yeah.
So any other touches? I'd love to hear what other people use for gaining and engaging. Brochures, palm cards, stickers. I know you guys have them. Give them up. Spoke cards.
We steal everything from you.
We're writing the bike safety education materials for all the big charity rides, so they put it in their packets.
Great. We're working on a material right now that's going to go to bike shops to give with all of the new bikes that are sold. All the new bicycles that are sold. So at the bike shop, they'll say, oh, here's like an information guide about biking in the city. Seems like such a no-brainer. We've never done it yet. Yeah.
We're in the development of creating a bicycle radio show.
Oh, cool.
Alternative radio, in a way.
It's
It's like an online radio network. There's a lot of like alternative radio stations, and they approached us to do a bicycle radio show.
Yeah.
Our map sales?
Oh, maps. Yeah, those are huge. I've totally forgot about those. Merch. Yeah.
Robin's idea we stole on selling event memberships. We created a logo for event member, kind of like a Chamber of Commerce business member that they're now posting on their websites, the MS-150 website, Ride the Rockies website. So Bicycle Colorado is on their homepage now.
Oh, cool. So it's like a separate event logo.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Event, it says event member and then the year, just like a
Oh,
Chamber of
okay.
Commerce.
Should have a link back to your site.
Yeah.
That's
Directly
so
to
cool.
membership or to the front
It
page?
just comes to